Hello everybody, Gizmatic here, and today I'm going to talk about the 6 new Mark II weapons that were added to GTA Online today in the Doomsday Heist update for GTA Online. So there are 6 new weapons that you can unlock if you have the Mobile Operations Center that came out with the Gun Running DLC, or if you have the new Avenger, which is like a mobile operations center, but it's like an actual like VTOL airplane. You may need like an upgrade for it that lets you customize the weapons. However, if you have that, then of course you will be able to customize these new Mark II weapons. And so the 6 new Mark II weapons are the Sns Pistol, the Heavy Revolver, the Special Carbine, the Bullpup Rifle, the Marksman Rifle, and the Pump Shotgun. So those are the 6 ones right here, and I'm going to be showcasing them in this video. So as you can see, they'll cost you anywhere from around $80,000 to all the way up to maybe $140,000 just for the base upgrade. Another thing that you will want to keep in mind is for a lot of these attachments, you will need a bunker and you will need to complete a lot of research for them. So stuff like the explosive rounds, if you want the incendiary rounds, a lot of the liveries and camos and all of them will also require research to be done. So if you're seeing anything here and it is locked, then it is most likely because of that. Yeah, as you can see, the Sns Pistol, probably the worst weapon you could want a Mark II version of. It's really not that good. However, it may be a little bit better whenever you start putting on like incendiary rounds or hollow point rounds. Maybe. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's kind of just a funny gimmick of a weapon that I don't think many people care about. Next up is the Heavy Revolver Mark II, which will almost cost you $100,000. However, this is actually probably one of the better ones you could buy. It is one of the more powerful weapons, and I'm sure it'll be even more powerful after, this Mark II upgrade. I'm not sure of the actual damage stats. However, if we're looking at the 6 weapons that came with the Gun Running DLC that were Mark II weapons, all of them did get damage increases, so I'm guessing that these ones will as well. But yeah, I will be making another video talking about, the actual stats on these weapons and comparing them to others. But yeah, the Heavy Revolver, pretty cool. Next up is the Special Carbine Mark II, which is a bit of an interesting gun because the Special Carbine default is essentially the same exact weapon as the Carbine Rifle, which already has a Mark II version. So I'm not sure how good this one is. Another weapon that you can upgrade is the Bullpup Rifle. And this one is actually pretty cool because I think it actually alters the weapon the most, at least visually. And I think it actually looks very awesome. Kind of reminds me of a like FAMAS, which is a bit different of, the Bullpup Rifle, which is based off of like some Chinese rifle. However, in here, it actually looks pretty cool. And I'm a big fan of this weapon so far. Next up is the Pump Shotgun Mark II, which is probably changes up the weapon the most because not only is it the first Mark II shotgun we've gotten in GTA Online, but it also has not only explosive slugs, but also Dragon's Breath shells. Now, I did test out the Dragon's Breath shells, and to be honest, I'm not feeling them too much. You would expect with Dragon's Breath that like every shot would, have incendiary rounds and it would just be awesome. And I'm not sure of the exact ratio. However, it seems like only every 2 to 3, shots in a magazine. It seems like only 2 or 3 shots in a magazine actually, have Dragon's Breath shells. So, every probably 3 or 4 shots, you're gonna get one. Sometimes it's even longer than that before you get Dragon's Breath shells. Maybe it depends on the range, maybe it depends on, some other factor. However, to me, it just doesn't seem that great. Now, the explosive slugs are actually pretty great. Very similar to the Mark II sniper ones, but keep in mind that whenever you purchase those, they will cost a lot of money, as well as, I think you can only hold about 32 shells, plus the 8 in the magazine, so just keep that in mind. You're gonna, be a bit limited when it comes to ammo with that. Next up is the Marksman Rifle Mark II, which I feel is gonna be the most controversial pick out of all of these. I mean, the Marksman Rifle, a lot of people would say that it's overpowered already, and I'm sure that, with this upgrade, it'll be even more so. However, personally, I do really like the way this gun looks, although it kind of looks a little bit older of a gun compared to the Marksman Rifle. It kind of looks a bit cheaper. Maybe that's just me, but it's like the one gun where it looks less futuristic, I don't know exactly why it costs so much, and it costs, I think, about $150,000, so just keep that in mind just to upgrade it. However, I think the coolest thing about this gun is that you can put on holographic sights and large scopes on here. So it's the only sniper in the game that you can actually not have a scope on it. Now, if you do put those two sights on, it will give you auto aim, which I think could be a little bit overpowered. I don't know if it'll be, you know, too powerful where it's like, oh, it's better than an assault rifle at that point, because of course it has a lower rate of fire, and it does have a lower magazine count. So, you know, who knows at that point. However, I will start working on the Mark II weapons gun guide, sort of part 2, because of these new 6 weapons. Once I can get the stats, once I can do some tests with these weapons, and figure out, you know, really which ones you should buy, and go from there. So expect that in the near future. But yeah, pretty much there's 6 new Mark II weapons. You will need a mobile operations center of either the Avenger or the original. And you will also need some research done to get some of these attachments on these weapons. But anyways, more thoughts on this in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on these new Mark II weapons. What is your favorite of the 6? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. Feedback so special. See you guys in the next video.